Alright boys, what's going on? We're bringing you back with another video. Today we're doing a track review on the Moo Farm. It's by Gray. It's on the MXB mods page, so the link for that will be down in the description below. We're running the KTM today on the Dookie skin, so stay tuned for the video boys, and like, comment, and subscribe. Alright boys, what's going on? We are on the Moo Farm. As you can see, all the cows and whatnot. This is by Gray. It was released December 29th, I believe. And I'm really not sure if this is his first track or not. I believe it is, but just by the visuals, like you have the excavator here and all the, the visuals are super pleasing. And honestly, the track is flawless. Besides, I don't think the starting gates work for whatever reason. Kind of made a little switch from the Yami. I was really feeling good on the Yamaha, but we're on the KTM now, rocking some Dookie paint, and I was gonna stay on the Yamaha, but I really wanted a Suzuki paint. Oh, that's way further. I also wish this rut had, or this corner had a rut on the inside, but regardless, yeah, I'm on the KTM. Got the it's actually a pretty dope paint. Oh, we're crashing. So if you look here, you got WD-40 in the little Cool Ranch bag. That's because the WD-40, I don't really know why, but this is the Cool Ranch Racing skin. It's just a public skin. But yeah, as far as this track goes, so I did a couple laps on this, like, I want to say on the first. So yesterday, or maybe the day before that. But honestly, like, it has a fair amount of roughness, which I like, but it's super beginner friendly. Like, I hopped on this and I was just holding it wide open everywhere. Like, I would let off on like some of the jump faces, but pretty much like it's a very easy track to figure out. And it really sucks that the timing gates don't work for whatever reason. I hope he like asks somebody so someone else can fix it for him. But like, this track should be on the the ranked servers. There's a couple tracks on there that are like they're from like 3 years ago, and like it's the person's first track, and it, like, honestly, they're pretty bad compared to like what this is. Would be a super fun track to race on. And I think like lap times, I think I ran like a 130 or something. I'm not sure exactly. We'll try to run a heater for you somewhere in this video, probably towards the end. But just honestly, overall, super fun track. That first jump is kind of like a stretch right there. But besides that, like, I love his berms and how you go into the finish here. Like I said before, the only thing I wish is you carry so much speed. It's almost like it's probably better to take that outside there. Not gonna lie, but it's just overall a super sick track that is very beginner friendly. Even if it doesn't look like it, it really is. And it's a fun track. Like, I could spend, not hours, but like, I could run lap after lap after lap on this track. It's one of those tracks I could put in, 20-30 laps and not be bored at all. And it's just super, this guy really found his flow, I think, on this track. It's a very flowy track. It's not technical. Yeah, it's fun. It's wide open everywhere. I'm sure on a like 2 smoker, like a 125 or something, you could just be 5th gear pinned everywhere. And just create some really nice battles. And I really hope he does get the timing gate situation figured out, just so we can play this on the ranked servers, because I think this blows half of the ranked tracks away on the MX freebies. I would really like to see them put up a server for like motocross paid tracks, just because they do have the DDC, so that's like the Supercross paid tracks, so yeah, I don't know. Ran a 143. It didn't count though for some reason. That jump, you really got to stretch it, but yeah, I mean, it's just such a flowy track. And like I said, I don't actually think it's his first oh, how do we not go over? That was crazy. I don't actually think it's his first track. It might be. I don't know. I was looking on his page. I didn't see anything else. But yeah, it's just... I don't really think for a first track you can get much better than this. Like Smokesta, he had some pretty sick first tracks, I'm not gonna lie. But those were like... I like this so much just because it's not a fantasy track, you know? It's like somewhat realistic scaled. And like Smokesta... I'm not like knocking him or anything because I have no idea how to build tracks. I've never tried. Probably never will. I don't know. I might give it a go, like, I don't know, down the road, but not anytime soon is what I'm getting at. And like, he built a lot of fantasy tracks with like humongous booters, and which is all fun, but I really like that he stepped it up, and you know, he's been putting out some crazy good tracks in a really short time span, and most of them are like a realistic like feel to them, I guess you could say, which I'm really glad he found that flow. But yeah, but besides that, like, this track is just super fun. I don't know why my laps aren't counting. Oh, I guess that's because of the timing gate situation, I would assume, because I'm not really going off track anywhere. I'm not really sure, but it's just, you can just fly around this track, and like, I haven't crashed once. We're gonna try to rail this outside. Oh, and I changed my sit. That's why when I'm sitting right now, you don't see the icon over there anymore. I took it off, and the reason being is because I'm running paddles now. I have a Xbox Elite 1 controller, and I felt like, you know, because I do eventually want to become a pro in this game and, you know, run in the ARL series, so I figured the only way for me to really unlock true speed, and like, this isn't the case because look at Troy, he runs auto sit, he's trying to get out of that, but I felt like all the top guys, they don't run sit where you click. Before, I had sit on it was my right joystick, and you would click down and you would sit, you would click again and you would stand. So now I have it on my left top paddle, and I have it on direct, and I will say it did take a little bit to get used to, but I'm definitely already faster, like way faster already. I just feel like it helps me a lot more in certain situations. Like, there were situations where like I got in and I 100% would have crashed if I didn't have it so quick. And that's kind of why I like it, because it makes me stand more, I guess. But it's just, it feels so much more natural, I guess you could say. Like, just not being, you just don't have full control when it's not on direct. Direct really gives you that full control feeling, like you sit when you want. You don't have to, you just click and you sit. You can just do a, you know, millisecond sit going through sand rollers, and you know, you can really save yourself big time. So like, anybody who doesn't run sit on direct or doesn't have paddles, I would highly suggest getting paddles. Now, I know a lot of people don't use paddles. Like, I don't think any top pros use paddles. Troy just got paddles, and he said he was having a really hard time, and I know exactly why Troy was having a hard time, because it's what gave me a really hard time too. Even though he's on a totally different level than me, he still is, I think, trying to run his paddle for sit on his right trigger. So what that was doing for me, I would assume it's the exact same for him. You can't multitask like that. So what I mean by that is, you're having, you know, your throttle input and then trying to figure out your sit at the same time. It's too much, especially for, you know, how fast he is. It's too much, and he can't learn that way. For me, having it on my left trigger, or left paddle, whatever you want to call it, it was almost like instantaneous. Like, within a day, I'm way faster than what I was previously. And it feels so much better. It really does. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm happy I made the switch. Like, I know Doc, Reaper Doc, he runs a paddle for sit and for clutch. I wanted to run one for clutch too, but I just, the button layouts for me, it just doesn't work. I run, you know, I changed my shift and my upshift and downshift just to make these paddles work. Before I ran them on X and A, and now I run upshift on Y and downshift on B, which I actually like better, I'm not gonna lie. It took a little bit to get used to, but I really like how I have my controllers set up now. And even Reaper Doc, I don't think he runs his sit on direct. I think that is just, you lose so much by not doing that. And I really think, you know, this is a huge factor into getting like crazy fast in this game. You know, all the top guys run it on direct. I know like Linz and my teammate Moose, they both run their sit button on the right joystick and they just push down all the way. For me, I tried that before getting paddles and I couldn't do it. It was too weird with trying to lean forward and I just had to think too much about it. And I also tried, so like Cam, and I know a lot of other fast guys, a lot of EU guys like Aiden, Cam, a lot of those guys, they run their sit on their, I guess that would be your right, not trigger, your trigger is your back one, but the right R1 button. So that's right above your throttle button. And just same thing with paddles. It was too much for me. If you do that from day one, maybe you can figure it out, but even then, I still think it hinders you. You know, obviously for those guys, now it's like muscle memory, so it doesn't hinder them at all. But I really do think paddles are the move for sitting. I would love to run my clutch on a paddle, and I would really like to like use my clutch more. I know Reaper Doc, he abuses his clutch like Eli in real life. But yeah, I don't know. It just, I can't give up the buttons I have. But anyways, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna try to start uploading more. And yeah, it was kind of a chaotic, you know, a couple last days with Christmas and the New Year's, and even before that with Thanksgiving. There's so many holidays just all bunched up. But besides that, I hope you guys had a really good Christmas and a happy New Year. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.